Hey everybody, I'm going to wait until some people come in here and we're going to just chit chat for a minute. Okay, sis. Okay. So my sis will be in the room in a minute. Oh boy. Today has been a day. Today has been a day. Okay. So today we're just chit chatting about some things that's been just going on and um, just getting make sure that we're reaching out to the community. Pretty much every day, at least 30 minutes out of a day, I'll sit down and if anybody has any questions or um, please let me know that you're in the room. Thank you for coming. Thank you guys for coming. Thumbs up if you come in the room. And hey, Frank, that's one of the moderators. So we're just chit chatting today about anything that you guys want to chit chat about. I was going to cook, but I was in the middle of getting my dinner and it wasn't turning out well. It wasn't turning out well. I didn't have some things that I wanted to have. And so I ended up just making some goulash, which is my thing. What I call goulash is just put everything in it that you that's in there and make it into whatever it is. Hello. So, how you been doing, Frank? You been doing okay? You wasn't in this morning's group this morning. We miss you. And sis will be in here in a minute. I think she's gonna get on you because you wasn't there, and when you're not there, it's known that you're not there. You know what I'm saying? You're missed. So I know that this is an off time. You was what this morning? You was busy? Mm. Oh Lord. I understand that sometimes. Well, not too often. She comes on about 5:30 in the morning, so you know it's okay. So we had some of the moderators get in touch with me. I guess they do my they get a hold of me through my email, and I'm gonna try to start leaving that in the description box so that people can get a hold of me. And um, at the time, I guess I was just asleep or busy or whatever, but I didn't see her message until later on. But I was gonna wait until after 5 o'clock to get on, and for some reason I don't know if it's 5 o'clock or whatever, but um, I'm gonna try. Mac Tyree. Hey, good evening. Good evening. How's your day going? You guys, I was going to take you guys to the gym with me, but they play music there. And, I didn't want to get in trouble for them playing music. And they play the music pretty loud. I think I'm still going to go to the gym. Good. I tried to whatever. I was supposed to get this stuff. I told her I'm watching replays live. Okay. Good. Good. Mac is doing good. And yeah, if you miss a video or something, just or if you miss a live or something, just go to the videos. And I knew that, I wanted to tell you guys, I knew that our intro to, when we upload videos, I knew there was some a misspelled word there, and I was going to get to it. But when we got the breaking news earlier, I just had to hurry up and put it out. I couldn't go in there and correct it at that particular time. But I went ahead and corrected it already. So there, sis, she finally came in the room. Okay, so we wasn't talking about anything. We were just chit chatting. But I did. Okay, if you guys have any any suggestions what you want to talk about, we could talk about. But like I was saying, every day I'm gonna try to come on for at least 30 minutes for updates or anything of that nature. Um, and Mac Tyree is saying hello. Hello, Tyree in the house. Oh, I like that name. Tyree. That's a pretty name. My husband has a friend named Tyree, and it's so sad because I love that name. That is a beautiful name. Anyway, yes. So, we were just going to talk about some of the things that I didn't know. Like I said, just chit chat. But I know we were talking about forgiving in your chat this morning. That was good. I really needed to uplift. See, because okay, so we could talk about okay, you guys. I'm gonna share something with you. Okay, because I'm gonna let you in my life a little bit. So there's two things I don't mind. We can talk about. And I noticed that you guys probably noticed that my mind just goes all over the place. And I can't help that. I did have some injury going on and had some surgery, but I mean, my brain goes. I can hold five different conversations at the same time and continue, go back to it, and come back to it, and go up to another one and come back to it. And I'm sorry for that. I try to manage it. That's why I kind of pause to manage it because sometimes these thoughts just come in my head so fast that I don't think everybody else think that way. And I'm sorry that I think that way, that these thoughts just come to my head and I want to get them out because I don't want to forget them. Because I'll forget it and then I'll come back to it later on and then you'll be like, what in the heck is she talking about? But so and then, I could share with you, like I said, some of me, some of my life. And I know my sister knows quite a bit, but, about, 10, well, it's been 9 years ago, I did have an aneurysm. And I was in the hospital for like 4 months. And I didn't even know who I was. I didn't know my kids. I didn't know how to turn on the TV. And so, I do thank God that He spared my life. But I had a brother, a younger brother, not younger than me, but my youngest brother. So I have a lot of brothers. Hello, good evening, Reed, Helen, Miss Helen. Okay, I wanted to make sure that's Helen, you guys. She is doing a fabulous job. And Helen, I did put in the description that the the news break that that you had given us. I did put in the description. If you go back, you can see it that we got that story from you and gave you all the credit to that story. And I wanted you to know that, we do appreciate you. So I was just telling the people that, sometimes I may babble, I may pause, I may stop. And there's reasons for that. And that's because, I used to be a sharpshooter. I used to just da 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 da. I used to do all kind of, speeches in churches and things of that nature. Just speeches all over the place, all the time, anywhere. It didn't matter. I'm not a scared person. I'm very not shy. So, I'm always been working on, getting my speaking back to the way it was instead of have to pause and think about it or whatever. But like I was saying, I was in the hospital for like 4 months. I didn't get out. I went in there January the 23rd, the same day my brother died of an aneurysm, 20 years prior to the time I went into. I had the that I had the aneurysm, and but he passed away because normally they say 97% of people that have an aneurysm, they don't even make it to the hospital. They don't even make it to the hospital. My brother didn't make it to the hospital. And I literally knew something was going on. I literally knew that, and it had been going on for months and months and months, where I've been having these real big migraine headaches. I was having them so bad, I was like, I didn't know what it was. I couldn't lay down flat. I just had to sit up to sleep, and I couldn't lay down in the bad headache, but it was in the back of my head. And so, if anybody knows where your memory is, it's not really in the back of your head, but the headaches was in the back of my head. And so one time it got so bad, I don't like to go to the hospital because, I'm a nurse and, we are our worst customers, And and you guys, while you're in the chat, you know, you could go ahead and do your network. I don't mind. Just don't use those certain words. Okay? So, you do your emojis and people will know what you're talking about and then they'll come and see what you're doing. And if they don't, they don't. If they do, they do. But go ahead and network. Don't just sit here and just listen to me chit chat. And always welcome anybody new. If anybody's new in the chat, moderators, please give me 5 heart emojis. Let me know so I can put on my glasses so I can welcome it in. So anyway, I had this really bad headache, and I didn't know what it was. I was telling my kids about it, and they was like, "Go to the hospital," and I was like, "No, no, 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 no." And I just wouldn't go. And so one evening, I said, it always happened when I'm at home. For some reason, I thought it always happened when I was at home. So I literally went and, I left the house, went over a friend's house, and I came back home. As soon as I stepped in the door, the headache started to come back again. So I thought maybe, and see, this is what I'm saying, you guys. I thought maybe there was a gas leak or something in the house that how you can't smell it. So I thought maybe it's a gas leak. So about 7 o'clock that evening, I called the gas company. I did. I called the gas company and I said, "Hey, you guys need to come out here. I think I might have a gas leak because every time I come into my home, I have this migraine headache and I can't get rid of it. No Tylenol in the world will stop this headache. It's just pounding and pounding." So they came out, and it was a brother that came out, and thank God he came out. And so I literally had my boyfriend on the phone with me because I'm kind of scared to be around, men by myself because of some past incidents. But so he was on the phone with me while, well, he wasn't really like a boyfriend, it was a guy that I was dating. But he was on the phone with me to make sure I was okay. So they came in, and so the brother was nice looking too. I really didn't need no help there, but but I wasn't trying to do anything. I just was just letting you guys know he was nice looking. Anyway, he went through the whole house and he said no. He was like, "No, ma'am, there's no leak." So I was like, "Yeah, yeah, it is. Surely there's a leak in the house because I've got this headache." And yeah, so he said, "If there's a leak, you call me personally." I said, "Oh my." Who gives their number personally? So he was like, he says, "I bet everything on it that you don't have a leak. I bet my job on it." And because I was like, it's got to be a leak. Something in this house is giving me this migraine headache. So anyway, he did give me his number, you guys. I didn't use it because I just don't do that. I mean, he was nice looking though. I don't know why I didn't use it. I was single. I was dating at that particular time, but I just don't do it. But anyway, like I said, he was good looking, I must say. Um, and I don't know, maybe it's the uniform. Oh my goodness, you guys. Anyway, so like a day later after that, I started throwing up. And I don't want to gross you guys out, but yes, I started throwing up, and and the funny thing about it, I didn't really have nothing in my system, but what came out was like, you know, I'll have to tell you guys how it happened. I was somewhere where I need not to be. I was actually over my friend's house. I was telling you guys about, and I shouldn't have been over there, but I had went over there, and and we hadn't, like I said, we hadn't been intimate or anything of that nature, but I was going to spend the night over there. Not that I was going to do anything. You guys, I am a very good girl. I wasn't going to do anything, but I was going to spend the night. And we had already knew that, we wasn't going that route or whatever. But the minute that he touched me, you know, my head started pounding. It just really started pounding. Hello, Toro. Nice to see you here. And so it seemed like every time he touched me, I mean, he would just touch my shoulder or something, my head would pound. And so he was like, because I was getting ready to go to bed and he was getting ready to go to bed. And he was like, well, can I get a good night kiss? And I said, well, I said, okay. And so the minute that I gave him a good night kiss, and I'm not gonna scare you guys because it's more to it than that. It's a spiritual thing. But the more I think about it, I don't. Um, the minute that I gave him the goodnight kiss, he my head, it hurt so bad. It felt like elephants were literally stepping on my head. It was pounding so hard. I started screaming. I was like, ah! I mean, I started just screaming because it hurted so bad. And he just kind of looked at me like what the heck is wrong with her? I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm very anointed and I'm blessed, and I do have a shield of protection around me. And he was bad news, and I'm not gonna get into that. When you guys get to know me more, I will tell you more about of what happened on that situation with the guy. But just for right now, just roll with me. So he backed up because I was screaming, and my head was just pounding. I couldn't stop it from pounding, and it was just hurting. So then after that, what happened was, I started praying and praying, and I was speaking in tongues. Yes, you guys, I was speaking in, I was calling my Father above to make this stop, make it stop, and I knew I was in the wrong place because I had been celibate for at least 8 years. So being in a man's home, and in his bedroom, in his bed, probably was not the right thing for me to be, you know. So anyway, what had happened was, uh, after I got done, I told him, I said, go get me a bucket because I could feel something was trying to come out of my body at that particular time. I don't know what it was. We did have went out and enjoyed ourselves at a comedy club, and we also had a drink or two. No, one drink. I'm sorry, one drink. And I'm not a drinker, so me having a drink probably had something to do with it also. Anyway, he brought the bucket, and at the minute that he brought the bucket to me, this green lime stuff started coming out of my body. And anyway, I threw up, and I mean, I was exhausted. And I did not know that I literally was in this condition over to his house for like 3 hours of screaming and hollering. And he just stood there and he was like, let me call the ambulance. And I was like, no, don't do that. Just leave me alone. And like I said, I really believe in the power of prayer. So I was at the end of the bed and I was exhausted. I had already, puked as much as I could. And when I woke up, I was still in that position. And he was still standing next to the wall, stuck to the wall, scared, just scared, like, what the heck is going on? And so, anyway, to make a long story short, I went home. Um, I didn't go home right then, but I waited until my kids went to school. So then I went home, and I kind of felt kind of strange, and I said, I need to tell my kids about it. So I called my kids' school. My son, my son, he's my baby boy. He's my only boy actually, but he's the middle child. I called his school and talked to him, and I said, when you get out of school, don't. And he was about 15. I think my son was like 14 or 15, but he was driving. um, I had told him to, let me see who's in the house. Unfiltered Muffy, hey, glad you came in. Thank you. You are making this job easier, Helen. I appreciate you. And so, you guys, my son came home. Well, actually, I called my son and I talked to him and I said, when you get out of school, come directly home because I'm ready to go to the hospital. So my son said, okay. So I decided that if I'm going to the hospital, I might as well go to McDonald's. And I don't even eat McDonald's. I don't even like McDonald's. And that's not, that's just me. But anyway, I ended up getting in my car and driving to McDonald's. I was in the drive-through, and my son pulls up right beside me. And this was like 10 minutes after I got off the phone with him. And he was like, Mom, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm getting me something to eat. And he was like, you don't even eat McDonald's. I was like, well, I'm going to have to eat some because I'm going to be gone for a while. So I'm already telling my son, I'm going to be gone for a while. He was like, well, get your stuff and, hey, and come on home. And he was going to follow me home because he felt like something was wrong too. I got my food. I didn't even go into the house. I stepped out of my car, stepped into his car, and so I stepped in his car, and I started eating my burger. And he knows, I don't even let people eat in my car, and I think he didn't either. But he didn't say nothing. We got to the hospital. They asked me my name, and I just looked at the woman. Yes, I just looked at her and I said, and she was, so my son said, Mom, tell her your name. And I was like, what is my name? And so, and they were asking my son, does she normally act like this? And my son said, no. So my son was there to tell her that in my family, we do have a couple of family members that had died for aneurysm. So they did some testing. They didn't find anything. It just so happened that there was this guy that had flew in. Now, see, this is an intervention that flew in to do a speech on a new thing that they use for people that has aneurysm, and it's called. And I was telling my sister about it. It's a titanium wire that they don't even have to split your head open or anything of that nature. They don't have to cut your hair off or anything because see, I'm totally against that. I don't even believe in cutting my hair. I mean, maybe for the ends or something, just chip chip. But to cut my hair, oh no, we're not doing that. What you see is what you get. We can do everything else with it, but we ain't cutting it now. But so they explained to my son and my mother that that's what was they were gonna do, but they were gonna go in the back of my leg and take this wire, and they could go from the back of my leg all the way up to my head and take this titanium wire. And if anybody know about titanium is one of the strongest metals that we have in the United States. And it's like maybe an ounce. It's almost $1 million an ounce. So they take this titanium and they take this coil and they wrap it around the vein so the vein won't bust. They said it's so thin that they only give me like maybe like 7 years to live, and they don't even know what the outcome of that kind of surgery, what happens. They didn't know if I was going to have, seizures. Was I going to be able to remember anything, remember my name, know who I was? Yes, I was in a hospital. I told my sister about it. I was in hospital. I was in diapers and had hospice nurses and stuff. They actually said I was going to die. I did not eat and everything. And it's just by the grace of God that, I made it through all of that to be here. So that's a little bit about me, and I don't even know why I was telling you guys all of that stuff. But maybe that's why sometimes, if you see me and I'm kind of like, kind of slow trying to get the word out or whatever, that's because my brain is working fast and my mind is working fast, and I'm just trying to get it out. Because to be honest with you, when I went out the hospital, they did not even release me. I actually walked out the hospital because just by my family tree and everything, I'm actually a princess. So I do have my whole family to take care of me. I don't need the hospital to take care of me. And that's what I told the doctor. So I just walked out so my family could take care of me and get me back well. And that's what I did. And that's why I'm still here. Like I have a tons of brothers, tons. They're literally my brothers. And, my family, they all take care of me. And, anything about your family, um, there's one person that is designated. Oh, I know why I told you guys. Now I can remember it. reason why I was telling you guys is there's one member in the family that's designated to take care of the business or take care of any situations that come about. Well, anyway, to make that long story longer than what it was, that is some of my past. But my dad has reappeared. He's trying to reappear back in my life, and I don't know if he's trying to come in my life so that he can get something. I don't know. I know my mom told me when before she had passed away that on that side of the family was kind of bad. Hey, RB is in the house, you guys. Welcome. Nice to see you. And so I had got some strange phone calls about, some things, and especially when my mom passed away and everything, and she's still married to my dad, but they hadn't been together for like 55, 60 years. I mean, I hadn't even seen him. So, I mean, but he's my dad, but I don't know him. I mean, if he walked up to me today, I would not know him. So it's kind of strange when people pop back up in your life and for some reason, I don't know if he's expecting to get something or do he want me to take care of him. Even though that I am a nurse, I was telling my sis earlier, you know, um, I'm not a cheap nurse. Actually, I do private duty on the side. I do work for two companies, but I do private duty on the side, and I'm not cheap, And people that do have, they hire me because there's results, and because I believe that if I take the case, in some cases I turn down, and right now I'm not trying to take no more cases. That the two jobs that I do have is keeping me very busy. I'm literally overwhelmed, but if someone do come to me and ask me to help them, I do take time out and try to get them back on track. If I believe that it's a possibility that they can have a better life with whatever they're facing. Like say for instance, I was telling my sis, this one lady she hired me, she had cancer and she was paralyzed from the waist down. By the time I got done with her, and it was within a year, you know, um, she is now walking. She's driving her car, and her cancer cell count has went down. Now that's because we were trying all kind of things, taking her to therapy, me doing therapy at home, giving her all the information that I know, and just basically forcing her to do things that some people just sit back and be like they think their life is not worth it. Well, your life is worth it. Someone told me, because I asked them when they saved my life in the hospital, and they told when I finally got the medical bill, you guys, millions. I told you that titanium costs $1 million per ounce. I don't know how many ounces that was in my head, but I didn't think I was worth it. I'm thinking to myself, you guys did this. Now, everything that I worked for through my life, my kids are not going to get it because of this big bill. Well, um, Catholic Charities, and I'm not Catholic, you guys, but Catholic Charities paid my whole bill off, and I said it was millions, millions. So there are different types of agencies out there that do help, and that's why I'm a type of person, I help anybody. I don't need to know you. I don't have to know you. I'm not going to ask you to donate, give me a dime. Now I might sell you a little something, but I'm not going to tell you to donate to me anything, because you work hard for your money and you need to get more bang for your buck. But I just want you guys to know that there's interventions out there, whether you believe in God or not. That doesn't matter to me if you do or you don't. Um, it, you know, but nobody's going to change what I believe in. And, if I don't, like the lady that I was working for that had the cancer, she didn't believe in God, you know? Gas man flirting with you. Flirting with who? Amazing. God is good. Okay, let me see what's going on. I shall come. Do you want to see? Who is that? Hey, China Moon. Okay, I'm reading you guys' comment. Want to see what? So I'm gonna keep my glasses on for a little bit. So any of you guys, okay, if you're new in the room, please thumbs up the live, cause I'm actually past my little time, and if I'm gonna try to come on every day for at least 30 minutes, and it's just sparingly. I don't know what time. I'm not gonna have no time limit on that because then I will be putting myself in a bad situation. You guys will be like, you wasn't on, and I'll be like, no, I wasn't, because like right now, I had got a ticket because I forgot to pay for my tags, and they had expired on my old car. And so the police officer stopped me. He didn't have to give me a ticket, but he did. And it wasn't that like I didn't have insurance. I had insurance, but the car was really not even in my name. And that's kind of weird that the car's not in my name, but I have to go show them that I have some kind of proof. Want to come see what? Want to come see what? Helen, what's going on? Hey, sis. So, you guys, oh, what my dad want? My, are you talking about my dad? Well, I just got a phone call that my dad is I guess he's doing bad. They're saying he's doing bad. But my mom, before she died, she told us not to trust on that side of the family. And I'm wondering because he said, so the lady that called me said that, and I'm just going to give you guys some of my personal life. She going to say, your mom left your dad some insurance money and a house. Yeah, I'm waiting. My mother was in a full blown relationship with my stepfather, which raised me. And that's why I don't have daddy problems today when it comes to men, is because a man stepped up and raised all of us. And thank God that he did. You know what I'm saying? Because my dad left us like some old dead lunch meat. And a couple of times I did talk to him, and it was all about money, money, money. And now here they come. It's all about money, 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 money. Aubrey, what is Aubrey doing? Hello, though. Hello, Aubrey. Aubrey, I don't even think that you subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel because we're going to be start coming on every 30 minutes. I mean, every day, 30 minutes. And that's just to connect with the people. If anyone has any questions, concerns, answers, or anything that's on their mind, we can reach out and we can all talk and discuss. And I am open up the floor. If anybody got anything that they want to talk about or ask any questions, we can do that. And so, and we're still, trust me, I know everybody's saying, hey, you don't have your studio. You're still, yeah, it takes me a while because it's a lot of stuff I got to get together, but I am, trust me, it's not a lot to do, to be honest with you. It's just like I said, once I get off work, and working a third shift job is so hard on your body. I have to get my sleep in, or you know because when I go to work, you guys, I'm dealing with kids, and I'm not dealing with a normal child that just, hey, they're getting into stuff. I'm dealing with kids that's normally on life support systems and things of that nature. So I gotta be very alert. So sometimes, I need to get my sleep in, and like I said, I'm a type of person that I don't run. I'm not shy. I'm not scared. If something happened, I'm right on it. I'm like right on it, and I'm the type of person, I take action really quick. I remember I was going to go. I had to go to some counseling before me and my husband got married. That's the best thing to do before you get married. Go do some counseling, you guys, because you're gonna already have some problems before you get married that you may not like, and maybe you guys can work those things out. But I was going to our first counseling meeting, and I was on the highway, and I was talking to a girlfriend of mine's on the phone, and we were just chit chatting, and we were just talking away, and this car flipped right in front of me, and I was talking on the phone with her, and I was like this. Okay, you guys, I was like, da 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 da, right? And then I was like, oh, girl, gotta go, mercy. And in the middle of her conversation, and so I called 911 real quick. I couldn't give them the location, but you guys know something? 911, they have a lot more. They now trust and believe. We were on the highway, so the car flipped 2 or 3 times, and it flipped in the air. Somebody had clipped the back of it, and it started doing like this, and then it just flipped, and then there's a ditch underneath, so it just started turning, and then boom, and went down. And I parked on the side of the highway, my car on the side of the highway, put my hazardous lights on, and I ran down the hill. Okay, I'm thinking this car's gonna blow up. And who's in the car? Is there a baby in the car? Who's in the car? I got to get him out. So I run to the car. I'm the first one on the scene. I've already called 911, parked the car, running, telling them, I don't know, we're on highway, actually it's highway I-35 south. I was going northbound, and I'm telling them I'm on northbound right after you hit the toll booth, because I'm right outside of Oklahoma. I'm in Kansas area. So the lady was like, and I said, I don't know where the mall market is. And she was like, that's okay, man, we can find you. Oh my goodness. And yes, I get down to the car, and I'm looking to see, because I'm always scared that it's going to be something that I want to help people. I always want to be there to help people. And I've had others, but I pulled her out the car. The car didn't blow up or nothing, you guys. I would love to tell you guys that the car blew up. It didn't blow up, but I mean, it was leaking gasoline. It could have. And I was making sure nobody else was in the car. And the lady, and I'm just letting you guys know, she wasn't an old white lady. She was probably about same age as me. And at the time, she was probably in her 40s. And she kind of was like, I need my phone. I need my phone. I was like, come on, girl. Anyway, I did that, but there's so many people in my life. I can tell you, I had a girlfriend, her house caught on fire. I was able to make sure that uh, they didn't even know it. They they lived, and for some reason, I seen these flames, and I thought to myself they were fireworks, because it was close to the 4th of July. I told my mom to call 911 anyway. When they called 911 and got over there, it was a full blown fire. No one got hurt, and then they killed our dog by running over it. But I mean, and I'm not mad about it. I'm just telling you, I don't mind. Help. I like helping people. I really do. And there was this one guy. He had a seizure. Now there was some situations. I'm gonna tell you, some situations, you guys. I did get I kind of got shocked. Like when I was younger, there was a set of twins. We were at this picnic, and there was a set of twins. One of them went in the water to get the ball, because the ball had went off into the water, and she started drowning. She had a twin brother, and she started drowning, and she was like blue 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 blue, and I stood there, and I know how to swim really well, and I stood there, and I wanted to jump in, and I couldn't, and I felt so bad. But her brother jumped in. Her brother jumped in, and he saved her. And I thought, why would I not jump in and help her? And it just made me sad that I just didn't. I just was in shock. But as a kid, my aunt, she passed away in my arms when I was younger too. And, I went to the nurse. Our nurse lived across the street from us. And I'm going to share this with you guys. So well, you'll know a little bit about me. So my mother raised me, but my aunt raised me more. I was sent away to live with my aunt. Okay, you guys, it always do that. It just lets me know. I guess it lets me know your time is up. Thank you, sis. My live always do that. I think it's not my Wi-Fi, so it has to be my phone. So we're getting another phone. Actually, that's just something when I get out in the daytime, which I normally don't go out in the day, but I have to tomorrow because I got to go pay that ticket. that we can get out and do, get the phone, pay the ticket. Then there's some other stuff that's going on. So, you guys, I am getting off of here. I am so glad that you guys came in and joined me in the chat for today. I'm always not gonna, I'm not gonna stay long. I didn't stay longer than I wanted to stay. I really only want to try to do 30 minutes, but I don't want anyone to think that I'm rushing this situation. We're going to get off of here. I want everybody to have a great, great evening. Thank you, Frank. Peace, love, light, and blessings to all. Thank you, Muffy. Sis, are you going on live? And you guys, the other day we did something of that nature like that, but if I know you, I'm going to shout you out if you're going on live. If I don't know you, I may not because I think I walked into something I should not have. One of my potential subscribers were a little bit upset, but I know why. But it didn't have nothing to do with the person. They just didn't know what they were getting into. But I would like, if I'm not going on live, okay. Is anyone, won't he do it? Yeah, he will, Helen. Yes, he will. He's a good one. He's a good one. I love him. I do. You guys, I am a I just let people know you don't have to like that part of me, but I am a very spiritual person. I'll let you guys know a little bit more about me in the future so you know who you're dealing with. You're not dealing with a rookie. You're not dealing with a rookie here. And, I don't just speak it. I have factual evidence, and I don't need to share it with anybody, but I'm just saying I have factual evidence in my life that I'm gonna stay standing for what I believe in, and nobody else has to believe that way. They just don't, you know. I just I'm not gonna put that on everyone. Hello, Tamika. Finally, you missed it, girl. You missed it, and I don't blame nobody for missing anything because if I could get a time on it, that every day we will come on at exactly a time. You know what? What time is it right now for us? I don't know. What time is? Okay, let's say I just got off work. What time is it for you right now, Tamika? I tell you what. I'm gonna look at the time. It's 4:43. Okay, so I'm gonna try. This is what we're gonna try to do. I am gonna try to my time, Central Time. It would be 5 o'clock. I'm gonna try to come on 5 o'clock to 5:30. Anybody want to do lives around 5:30 on? Be ready and prepared. But that's what time I'm gonna try to come on every day to hey to give y'all, heads up of anything, if anything's going on. And I know we are trying to get some information on that Malia Davis case, you guys. We're not going to talk about the case here, but that's what we're really trying to keep in our mouth. So even though I will do a video. It's not going to be no update video, but we're going to try to keep that subject and that person's name in our mouth, because we're trying to force, them to do something, to charge somebody or whatever, and that's how you do it. You let them know that you're not going to let it rest. You know what they say: no rest, no peace. Okay, so my sister's not going live. If anybody got a channel that wants to go live, yes, yes, yes. And I don't know if Tamika knows that we had that situation go on in one of our comment section about that subject there. And we literally had to call down there in Houston and give them that information so they can check it out because it was just different. It was different. Anyway, you guys, I want you guys to be good, be safe, be nice to each other. Maybe tomorrow, you guys, maybe while we chit chat or whatever, maybe we'll cook. I'm not gonna do a mukbang. I'm gonna tell you guys that now. I'm not gonna do a mukbang because I see people doing mukbangs and they be eating all kind of weird and the mouth be open with food in it. So I'm not gonna do. I'm just not gonna do a mukbang. This. Uh. Oh. Yeah. No worries, no worries. But anyway, you guys, I'm finna get off of here. It's getting a little chilly. I got some more things I gotta do. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 5 p.m. That's what we're gonna do. We may not do it on Fridays, but we're gonna do it 5 p.m. on, I'm pretty sure, Wednesdays. What we'll do Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 5 p.m. That sounds good. That way it won't be no stress. Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday. I'm sorry that comment stood out. No, no problems. No worries. You're good. You're good. So you guys take care of your life. Take care of yourself. Take care of your families. And you guys gonna make me keep putting on these glasses. And so if you guys want to ride or something, or I can go walking in the evening, and you guys can kind of look at the neighborhood. Go to the gym with me. They play music, so we can't do that. But I've got this thing that I could put up in my car on my window, and I actually can do lives while I'm in my car. It's just not no good lighting in there, so I don't know how good that's gonna be. But I used to do a lot of lives through Periscope, and I had a really good base going on there, and somehow somebody took my account. They took my account. I'm pretty sure I can get it back. I just haven't because, um, my husband wanted me off of that. He said it was just a lot of people doing stuff on there. So, a lot of preachers was on there getting money and stuff. Definitely be here at 5. Okay. Well, we're going to try to keep um, sometimes we will talk about what is in the update, especially if it's anything that's gruesome that we can't put on the live. We won't do that. But anytime in the video, because they got a chance to take it off if they want. But when you do live, people, you put that information out there, they already got it. So, you know, I don't mind that, but I would like to stay into the fines of the rules and the regulations. You know what I mean? So anyway, you guys, thank you guys for coming to my live. It started off slow. We're going to continue to grow. I'm going to continue to try. And that's something that I have to start doing. I have to start doing lives because people are getting used to the videos and they'll go to the videos and they don't come to the lives. So we're going to have to start doing lives so that we can have that, because that's what a community is all about, connecting and, communicating. Okay, so I gotta go, you guys. See you later. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow at 5 o'clock. We will be here in the house. Good. Okay, you guys. Bye.